Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare
చేస్తే ఇది పోతుంది. తెలుగు
తెలుగు
తీసుకుంటాం.
ఇండియాలో
చదువుకోవడానికి
ఏముంటుంది దీంట్లో అంటున్నా.
భగవద్గీత
అమౌంటా?
అంటే మీకు తోచినంత డొనేషన్ ఇవ్వచ్చు. 30 రూపీస్, 40 రూపీస్,
ఎంత ఇవ్వాలి ఇప్పుడు?
40 రూపీస్.
తెలియలేదు.
హరే కృష్ణ. భజన
ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ అవుతుందా?
సండే 6 o'clock,
ఎప్పుడు ఎంత అవుతుంది?
7:30.
నేను కూడా వస్తాను.
ఇప్పుడు వెళ్తున్నాం. సో ఇప్పుడు
నెక్స్ట్ సండే వస్తాను. 7:30 కాదు,
6.
6 స్టార్ట్.
బాయ్.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
You can give some donation, non-profit, but
Do you have any mobile number? Can
yeah,
I WhatsApp it because I don't have the cash now?
yeah.
Can I do? I stay here only.
Phone pay.
Anything. You give me your number. You have my.
Right now you are going to do phone pay.
I'll go home and I'll do it. You give me your number. I'll do it. Telugu I don't know. Hindi you have?
Hindi, small Bhagavad.
Hindi you have in this? Bhagavad Gita?
Bhagavad.
Not there? Okay. ఒక 2 minutes ఎందుకంటే నేను కొంచెం బయట వెళ్తున్నారు మీరు వచ్చారు కదా ఇక్కడ ఉన్న సెకండ్ ఫ్లోర్ లో నేను కంపల్సరీ
Nine four 25 2864. Okay.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
related to Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna.
That I understood. Anything, any festivities this month, something?
Huh?
It's just a random thing.
Yeah,
or
it's-
any festivities or something.
No, it's every Sunday we have this. Yeah.
गर्मी कितनी हो रही है?
सबसे ज़्यादा
Hare Krishna.
అయినా ఒక 3 days
5 books. Remaining amount online. And this is recording and phone.
Hare Krishna.
Touching feet is not touching feet, it's taking dust. You should announce what they're going to do. Touching feet is not proper for me or for her. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I think we see we can make it faster, so the fans don't make too much noise. We can reduce. Can you close the door? You're not feeling the AC? Right? No. Then maybe something is wrong. Maybe it's not working. Actually, I think it's very fine. You can try. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Your time is so nice, even when you're going. It's so nice. And I feel that I have nothing to do. Whatever I could do, I've already done. We're doing such nice kirtan and just reading some books. It says somewhere, one who has understood the power and greatness of Krishna's name, he's understood everything. When you've understood everything, what is the need of school, lectures, classes, like academic if somebody is attached to chanting Sankirtan, then he has already achieved the highest goal. So what need is there for elementary instruction? Personally, my first contact with the Sankirtan movement was hearing proper Sankirtan, as I've said so many times. So from the very beginning, I already had, in a way, I already accomplished everything, isn't it? I was so that was enough for me. Simply hearing the proper kirtan, everything else is details. So, I never, and of course, when I started to live with the devotees, my aptitudes were discovered, so I was commissioned to build altars, vyasa sounds, then rat. So that's been my whole life, my whole career, 55 years almost now. So I never felt there was a need for anything else. You can give that glass. Yes. I heard from Prabhupada, or from somebody heard from Prabhupada, and then I saw confirmed in writings that in Kali Yuga at present there's no philosophers. And I can see here in India there are people who are supposed to be philosophers, Brahmins, but they're not actually. You observe their behavior. You see they're contaminated by material desires. They exhibit material attractions like ordinary people. So, then what is the use of working to build, to become a Brahmin, to become a philosopher? If you happen to be a philosopher, then some of my god brothers, of course, I also, and every one of you have some, you're listening to, this is called Pravachan. I hope it fulfills the specifications of what is Pravachan. Pravachan means pra means very good, isn't it? Pra means silly. Nobody knows Sanskrit. Everybody knows Sanskrit. Please raise your hand. Pra. Pra means good. And vacha means words. And so Pravachan means good words. So up to now, the announcements for this meeting have included Pravachan by so-and-so. But yesterday that word was not there. Because I felt some deficiency. Deficiency because I felt maybe due to inherent ambitiousness, we want to see results. You see, I say some very bona fide words from Shastra, and I want to see immediately transformation. Everybody's behavior changes, but that's not. Some impact may be there. Some seed of change may be present, but you don't see immediately a person will be transformed. I think that in Kali Yuga is not possible. Maybe we read in Shastra somewhere. Can anybody think of example? Some acharya, somebody gives some instruction, and immediately the audience, the hearer, immediately, gives up his Valmiki? I don't know. I can think of Pundarik Vidyanidhi, described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I don't remember, his father was royalty, but practically he was living like a prince, and he had, bedstead with posts and silk and all finery. And then he was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from, who was it? From Acharya, and he went like, from external point of view, like you'd say, he went crazy. He was exhibiting ecstatic symptoms. His body, his whole transformed. So he was wearing, bangles and jewels and sitting on a silk bedstead, and he started like throwing his limbs beyond his control. He lost control of his physical body. It was ecstasy, and he broke everything in the room. He broke the expensive vases and all valuable ornaments, all broken. He's thrashing. So that's an example of immediate transformation. So maybe I was myself personally, when I first heard the kirtan, not transformation physically like that, but I felt like a window was opening on the truth, that all material knowledge that I had been studying up to that time was completely deficient. But this kirtan was coming from a realm which I knew this is spiritual realm, coming from somewhere beyond our ordinary experience. But I didn't fall on the pavement and wave my hand. I just stood there, and I felt like some transformation. But that was. But then I had my svabhav, that my experience in this lifetime was all with external world, studying the body, studying structure, studying nature, rocks and trees and water and animals and the sky and everything. So I have continued like that. It's very, we can't change our nature, and maybe due to some fault-finding tendency, I have been carrying the idea that others, when they hear something bona fide, they should transform. But so if I didn't see that, then I felt this is not good. It's useless. But it's not the case, because maybe external transformation is not there in you or in me, but within something is happening, isn't it? We're gradually losing our attraction to external material life. Yes. Huh? And we like to go to holy places. We like to see people bowing down and hearing kirtan and worshipping. We like those things, and that is increasing, and our attraction to external things is decreasing. So that's good. So, for increasing the movement, I was thinking, I don't know what to say. I can't say anything. Let us listen to a lecture by Prabhupada. So I opened my directory, and there's one Prabhupada speaking in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in Bombay, 1973. I was listening to a few words. If we want, we can hear. And that picture, I don't know where it's from, but I just opened it. I thought Rama would be interested to know that Prabhupada is lecturing at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, because he's working at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan College. So then I was thinking, well, I'll read some Bhagavad Gita. So I thought of some, I don't know what to say. I thought I'll read from Bhagavad Gita. So I thought, which part of Bhagavad Gita? I remember there's one shloka, Krishna says to Arjuna, Param Vidya Param Dham. I looked it up, it's 10th chapter. I'll read that. I can read. Well, the essence of that is that Krishna is telling Arjuna, look, I'm standing in front of you. Formerly you were thinking that we're friends, but I am the Supreme Being. I'm the goal, Param Vidya, the supreme knowledge, the object of knowledge. Param Dhamma, the supreme abode. Param Vidya Param Dhamma. What is? You can give me the Bhagavad Gita? Also, our video photographer has not come, so I'm a little bit relieved of tension. If you're being broadcast, then you have to conform to some expectations of the big audience. In the absence of that, I feel a little more relaxed. I can talk some nonsense and have my own format. Because my ability to quote shlokas maybe is much less as some brahmachari in Pune or something, but I have a lot of experience of what has happened in the movement since the beginning that they don't have and they don't understand. Experience, including the leaders, sannyasis, being exposed as highly defective persons with a lot of material ambition and lust, and some people, when they hear that, then they say, oh, this Krishna consciousness is not real. So let me go and follow my uncle's advice and become a good materialist. But I saw that happening, and it's still happening. Formerly, I was being a part of a cooperative effort. Others were managing, others were organizing. I was building rathas. but they mismanaged, and they stopped holding Rath Yatras. They stopped being interested in doing more Rath Yatras. So, I mean, like forced retirement as far as Rath building, although the inclination is still there, but the energy is not there. I can't I can't do it anymore. Even yesterday I got a message from somebody from Sweden that he is interested in my Rath book, but I haven't sold a copy for 10 years or so. And so I told him, well, I can give you a photocopy, but there's some changes in some key parts I didn't mention. And some of those changes I've never even properly documented, just sketches like the breaks. Our Rath has the best breaks in the movement now, but I've never made a drawing. So I sat down to try to make a drawing. There's too much work, too much heat. So now it's nice and comfortable, I think, but in the daytime, I'll never put the air conditioner on just for myself. Somebody has to stand over me with a stick to see that I don't turn it off. Can you give my specs? So my point is that I, like each of you, have your nature, material nature, and your spiritual nature. Spiritual nature, of course, the original, that is pure Krishna consciousness, that is transcendental. But we have some feeling for that, to return to that position. Yes? I think every one of you. Do you understand my language? I wasn't sure. Last time I spoke, I went to you and I asked you a question. Maybe you didn't hear me, or you were talking to somebody else. I thought maybe you don't know English. Bhagavad Gita is so foundational. It's a big book, but actually there's a lot of repetition. We should not feel that I can never understand it because I'm so busy I don't have time to read such a big book. But there's a lot of repetition. Not that repetition is bad. Prabhupada says that repetition is good and is necessary when points are very important, and it helps us learn. So in this verse, Krishna is telling Arjuna, or Arjuna is confirming to Krishna, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram Paramam Bhavam, Purusham Sasvatam Divyam, Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum, Ahustvam Vishaya Sarve, Devarshir Nardastata, Ashito Devalo Vyasa, Swayam Chaiva Bhavishyame. Arjuna is saying to Krishna, you are the supreme Brahman, the ultimate, the supreme abode and purifier, the absolute truth, and the eternal divine person. You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all-pervading beauty, all the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyas proclaimed this of you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. So this is like the foundational understanding of the whole content of Bhagavad Gita. So, I mean, after understanding what Krishna or Arjuna has understood and expressing here, what happens after that? He says, now I'm finished dealing with you like a friend. Now I accept you as my master, as the supreme. Whatever you say, you speak and I will do. You see? Up to that time, Arjuna was thinking, this Krishna is my friend. So, Prabhu, I don't want to fight today. I'm not fighting. No. After hearing from Krishna, then he accepts his position as described here, and no more argument or hesitation. So this, we have to come to that platform also. We are not Arjuna. We have our little circle of activity, sphere of activity. Arjuna is a fighter, big soldier, but he's accepting now his position. Whatever you instruct me, I will do. Yesterday I somehow came across a video on YouTube that Sweden is a country of only 10 million people, and they're Europeans. They're like they're descendants from either the Kshatriyas who fled India due to Parshuram, or they're descendants of the Aryans who lived in Central Asia, what according to Prabhupada in Srimad Bhagavatam. There was a video about a new fighter jet that Sweden has built. I talked about the war, Ukraine and Russia. So the narrator of this video is American. He says this fighter jet can destroy Russia. I don't believe it, because it's a very nice fighter jet, but you need a lot of them. And although Sweden has built it and designed it, they don't have the capacity to build so many, and they won't give it out. To if you open up, they won't give it to Hindustan Aeronautics to build like Russia has given. Yes? So he's just talking like propaganda. But I watched the video, and it's a very nice airplane. With the afterburner on, you can go from Hyderabad to Delhi, and I calculated in 30 minutes. See? Twice the speed of sound. 1,400 miles an hour. So it's very nice. And it can detect a cricket ball traveling at high speed and destroy it with its missiles. It's very nice. And the pilots and the people working are very nice, looking fellows. So what is the point? That this was of interest to me because it's technology, and I work with technology. And also, these people are obviously, they have this Kshatriya nature. Swedes, they're often described as a big Swede. big body and very strong and good fighters. For the point that yes, so whatever we cannot leave our present circumstances, but although, as I often say, we should realize that there's so much harmful influence from the ambient society, you see. Bad behavior, bad management. The corporation can't keep the street clean. They sweep once a month, but they don't take it away. So the wind and the dogs spread it again. Outside there's a pile. And they dig a trench for putting pipe and they never fill it in. So you have to watch your car when you're driving. And there's so much illegal activity disturbing the peace, advertising sofa repairs and gas stove repairs and vegetables, disturbing. No authority is there to do anything about it. In other words, the general society is highly polluted and it has a bad effect on anybody. It's like people who wear masks, they're afraid of some virus. Masks don't stop viruses, for your information. But that's the false information that the so-called authority is giving. Point is that material world means everywhere is contamination. So how do we want to become Krishna conscious, we want to become purified. How do we do it in view of the fact that we're surrounded by so much contamination? So that is the art or the science of practicing Krishna consciousness. We have to, either we have nice facility and we can, and our mind is always fixed on Krishna and his service. Service means nine types of service are there. Beginning with Shravanam, it's like, I hope that what you're doing now is service. You're hearing to somebody speaking about Krishna, science of Krishna. Kirtanam, you're doing Kirtanam, very nice. Shravanam, Kirtanam. Smaranam, you're remembering what you read, what you hear. You remember the Kirtan. Archanam, some of you, most of you, I think, are worshipping the Vigraha, Archa Vigraha in your house. Archanam, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. There's Smaranam, remembering. Dasyam, then this becomes a little transcendental, that you're actually relating to Krishna, you're maybe dreaming of him. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakyam. These are advanced states. Maybe somebody is there. You're doing a good job of not disclosing. It means you feel friendship with Krishna. Sakyam, Shravanam Kirtan Vishnu Smarana Archanam Dasam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam. Surrender everything. Surrender everything, generally we think without anything, vairagya, like Krishna Das, like Vamsi Das, Babaji, or Bhaktivedanta Thakur's preceptor, Saksad Vairagya Murtaye, he's called. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. So these are more advanced stages. Sakyam, Archana, Dasyam, Atma Nivedanam. Then there's rasas in the how does this connect? There's 5 relationships. We can relate to Krishna in an attitude of neutrality, or servitorship, or friendship, or conjugal relationship. And one more. What is that? Parenthood, yes. Vatsalya ras, yes. And that is advanced. Maybe some is there in some of you, and it manifests like the way you treat your children, or maybe there's some display of some inner tendency due to your constitutional nature. So we should not think too much about that. We should not, as Prabhupada used to say, trouble our brain too much trying to think about our swabhav. And that will automatically come. But we should tax our brain how to execute some practical devotional service to satisfy Prabhupada the Acharya, which means to satisfy Krishna. So that can mean in different ways. Different ways means, well, we can conquer the world. We can, Mr. Joe Biden, his mind is so weak, we can easily control him. Mr. Z is another thing. He's a tough fellow. And Putin is also a tough fellow. So actually the United States is conquered already. They're already well on their way of starving the people. Food production is being curtailed. Impoverishing them. Banks are failing and will continue. What else is there? Physical strength. Disease is spreading and they're inventing new ones. But they're finished. So that leaves Mr. Z and Mr. Putin. What can we do? I don't know much. I had a dream once of I was on a train with Mr. Putin. I think I told some of you. And we were sitting on the same seat and we were doing kirtan. And I woke up and I recorded the tune. I have it somewhere. It was a Russian tune. Mr. Z, I don't know. He's a tough fellow. Anyway. I think this Prabhupada spoke about taking over the world. It's not that this Prabhu, what is he talking nonsense? It's not possible. No. He's talking about airplane that can destroy Russia, and now he's talking about conquering the world. You know, this is not rational. But Prabhupada talked about there's no other way. So, and some of those tough Swedish Kshatriya pilots, they might listen to us. So we should not give up the idea, but we don't talk about it openly because we'd be considered madmen. But amongst ourselves we can talk, yes. Krishna consciousness is a revolutionary movement. And today I read that it came on my phone, I don't know, so much things come there. In the United States they're debating that TikTok is such a bad thing, we should ban it. So they had the chairman of TikTok sitting in front of a panel, and he was evading, not answering the questions. But in that same video, it showed a picture of the parliament in Delhi, and it said India has banned TikTok and another 24 apps. So the Americans were admiring India, that they have banned TikTok, we can't. So that the Chinese they have some old literature, just something like Chanakya Pandit's Kautilya's Arthashastra. They have, and they practice it. That's how Mr. Z, he has such control over the whole country. You see, when he enters the parliament, they all stand up and they clap, just like schoolboys. Clap your hands. They clap their hands. And he's walking, and his face is always, he's got this little smile. And he knows these things, and some of these people know these things. But they're not Brahmins like Chanakya Pandit. They're materialists, like the owner of TikTok, or what is the other one? The owner of Alibaba. What is his name? Yes. Pukka materialists, you see. So hardcore. So they're misusing their equivalent of their Vedic knowledge to keep these materialists in power. So I don't know what there's devotees in China, or what they can do, I don't know. Maybe when it's going on there in private houses and so on.
But in public, if it happens, they'll attract a lot of sincere. There are a lot of people who are frustrated because of materialism. Many are frustrated because of materialism.
They are?
The advanced materialism, they're already frustrated.
Oh yes, obviously. Not only them, any so-called advanced materialist, he's not happy. In the beginning, we used to think practically. There were some devotees in the United States Army. I told about one devotee, and I remember there's a picture. Some of his colleagues, they're going on a big transport plane, and he's carrying some Anyway, they're patting him on the back. There's some of the other soldiers liked him. But now, everything is so polluted. They're thinking the military only thinking of fighting China over Taiwan. What business do they have in Taiwan? They should stay at home and chant and take prasadam. What business do they have in Taiwan? But these things, I don't know if you can make a coherent picture out of all these scattered things I'm talking about. But the fact that we can't do much, we're doing something. We're doing kirtan. I'm sure the devas are pleased and they're reporting to Krishna. Prabhu, there's one planet in Bharat, and there's one place called Hyderabad, and there's Sainik Puri, Vivekanandapuram, road number 3. There's a nice kirtan going on. Oh, really? Thank you. So, as Prabhupada often says, Krishna consciousness is practical movement. It's not, we have these ambitions very high, but we're practical. Not that we're fantasizing that how we're going to take over the White House in Washington and the Lok Sabha in Peking. We're not like that. But we have practical ideas, or if the time comes, we should be able to give guidance to the Chinese devotees. See? As for ourselves, I think we should go and grow our own vegetables somewhere, because they're getting to be like, what is potatoes now? How much is a kilo of potatoes? Huh? 30 rupees. That's too much. Oh, of course it'll go more. When I came to India, potatoes I think were 2 rupees a kilo. And sugar was 5 rupees. Good quality rice was 5 rupees. 1 kg of washing powder was 5 rupees. Cooking oil was 4 rupees and 50 paise. So it's practical. So anybody like we should listen to some Prabhupada's talk at Bharati Vidya Bhavan? Or
How long is it?
it's maybe half an hour or more. But he's saying about Dharma, about Sanatan Dharma. And you are members of Bharatiya Vidya. What is Bharatiya Vidya? It means how to practice Sanatan Dharma. What is Sanatan Dharma? What is Sankirtan movement? He's talking like that. He's explaining to all the people. If anybody'd like to see the video about the Swedish fighter jet, you can get the link from Uganda. Very nice.
Now this lecture, then Is it in your hard copy or
What?
this lecture?
The audio.
You can send it to that group. Is it possible?
The whole thing? I think I can get the link.
Yes.
There you go.
It will be easy for us to.
Huh?
It will be easy for us to.
So I'll stop. Any questions or comments anybody has? You can all hear me at the back? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. You want to do kirtan? Jaya Shri Krishna